Hey gang, I'm Nicky V. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at a scale called harmonic major. So, sounds cool. It is cool. If you're looking to infuse, you're playing with like a subtle touch of exotic flavor without it sounding forced or overdone, this one might do the trick. To me, what makes this scale stand out is it kind of allows you to seamlessly blend a tasteful hint of exoticism into situations that actually come up musically. Not just, learning a scale to say, oh, I can play this crazy exotic scale, but you can actually use this one. So we're going to get into all that, but first let's talk about what it is and try to get under our fingers a little bit. So the scale itself is inherently beautiful. I'll play it for you just so you can hear it kind of on its own. Super distinctive, very melodic. So what is it? It's a major scale with a flat 6. So if we're in the key of C, for example, we're playing major scale. But we're going to lower that 6, which would be the A note, a half step to A flat. And that's tricky because our hands are programmed to play these major scale shapes we practice all the time, right? So your mind has to be a few milliseconds ahead of your hands and your instincts when you're playing it. So for example, I'll try to stretch it across the fretboard and kind of talk through it while I'm doing it to stay ahead of my hands, for example. So we're going to start here on C, D, E, F, G. Instead of going here to A, I'm going to go to A flat with my pinky finger. Then we got B, C. We're back in major scale shapes. Half step up to A flat, B, C. So, and you can keep going with the string if you want. C, D, E, F, G, A flat, B, C. It's tricky, right? So we got to stay just a little ahead with our mind, and it's rather than just playing purely on muscle memory and instincts like we're used to. So typically when we're learning a scale, we want to learn it in all 5 positions, right, or across the fretboard, so we don't have any gaps in our playing. But most people aren't going to do that, so just in the heat of battle, pick a couple spots and get it under your hands to where you can kind of make it lyrical and kind of sing with it. And then if you're really into it, you can expand on it later and kind of move into some of the other positions. But here's a couple I like. Think of it this how you would like a blues box, right? Just kind of go to, oh, dang it, now I need to apply it. Let's grab this one spot here. C, D, E, F, G, A flat, B, C. That's a great spot. Another place I really like is right up here on the B string, 13th fret. So we got a C right here. C, D, E, F, G, A flat. Treat those like you would your blues boxes, like I said. Just get comfortable there so when something comes up where you can apply this, you got something you can go to. So now let's talk about how to apply it. We figured out that the scale is really pretty by itself, but if we weave it into the context of a 4 minor, it seems to come to life even more. So 4 minors come up a lot. So if we have some scale we can use to target that scenario in real life, it's a good thing to have in our arsenal. So a 4 minor in the key of C, for example, is an F minor, which has an A flat in it. So the scale is tailor-made for that. It just kind of just digs right into it, targets that one A flat like a laser beam, and it sells it to the listener. When you're playing on records, producers are usually looking for something that's thoughtful and serves the vocal. And to me, the flat third and the flat 7 are a little bit jarring to the ear because, like I said earlier, it's not really in the key of C major. Our ear's still centered around that C major and what's been happening the whole rest of the song. So if that one F minor pops out, if we're in the key of C, for example, I'm not going to want to play a bunch of E flats and B flats right there. It's going to sound kind of strange. But in college, they teach you to do that, right? I remember going to school and them being like, oh yeah, we're playing our major scale. Now we switch to C minor. And even at age 18, to my uncultured Midwestern ear that didn't know anything, that was kind of strange to me. I was like, that doesn't sound very natural. Maybe in like a jazz fusion world. But in most pop settings, when a 4 minor would come up, that always kind of hit me kind of weird. And my teacher was like, hey man, he goes, like my private instructor, he was like, have you ever heard of harmonic major? And I was like, immediately ear caught, I'm like, that even just sounds cool, harmonic major. And he was like, yeah, it's like a major scale with a flat 6. You can use over 4 minor. I'm like, oh, like, why did I not think of that? You're literally just adjusting the one note to accommodate the chord, which is what singers do. So singers, if you take a singer and you give them a 4 minor chord to sing over, they're probably not going to switch to C minor, start singing C minor. They might do like a bluesy run if that's part of their musical DNA, a C minor kind of thing, or C pentatonic. but most likely they're just going to aim for chord tones that live within that F minor chord, which is A flat, right? That's our target beam we're shooting for. So typically I'm going to do what serves the vocal, maybe even imitate the vocal on a record. It just depends on the situation that's happening. But I feel like that scale and that situation is always smiled upon by most producers and engineers and other musicians in the room. If you kind of pull from that, nobody knows, oh, he's playing harmonic major right now. I'm not even thinking a lot of the time that, oh, I'm going to play my harmonic major licks. I just aim for that A flat, and it tends to pop out in the record right at the right time if you need it. So that's all I got on the whole application thing, right? It's 4 minors where it's at. There's some other chords you can kind of dig into too with it, like a 2 minor 7 flat 5. So if you're in C, which is essentially it acts as a 4 minor 6. So that's why you can apply it the same. It's got that kind of thing to it. I just played the D minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio there, which all of those notes live within C harmonic major. So they're basically intertwined with each other. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe. That subscription definitely helps. And hit the like button. You know the drill. If there's anything else you want to learn, throw it down there in the comments. Or if you have any questions, I'll do my best to make sure I get to every one of those. And it's a little bit cheesy, but I always tell my students this. Anytime they're over and they're freaking out about, learning something or stressed out about music or they can't do something, I hold the guitar up and I tell them like, hey, this here is nothing but a good thing. Music's nothing but a good thing. Everything else in life is what it is and things come up. But that right there, it's pure good. So keep picking. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.